We continue to hear stories from those who attended the Route 91 Harvest Festival on Sunday night and those who are able to tell their story. And sitting next to us, 19-year-old Lexi Pettis, who was struck by 2 different bullets that night. I know that this week has been especially hard for you, and thank you for coming in to share your story. We're so glad that you're okay.
Thank you.
I want to start from the beginning. So take me through that night when you first went to the festival, who you went there with, and what you were expecting.
I went with my best friend and 2 other friends, and then my boyfriend. It was just a fun night. Everything was perfect, and then we were at Jason Aldean just dancing, and it was at the beginning of him. And there's a video of my really good friend. She's like Snapchatting, and I'm dancing in the front, and then all of a sudden her phone just drops, and like that's when it happened.
Where exactly were you standing on the grounds? Were you close to the stage? Were you far back?
I was kind of close. There's like a bunch of bars in the middle,
Right.
and then there's the fence where like the stage walks out, and I was to the right of that.
Okay, so first, you heard some gunfire over the music, right? Or did you think that it was something else like a lot of people did?
When it all happened, I kind of just, with all the commotion, I blacked out. I don't remember anything until I'm running and I look down. That's the first thing I remember, and I see my arm.
Right.
It's just like gushing blood, and I'm like asking people, I'm like, help me, help me. And I must have been one of the first people to have been shot, because people were looking at me like, why are you running? Like, what are you doing? Like looking at me like I was crazy. And then eventually everyone else starts realizing what's happening and running. And I ran up to a random guy sitting in the chairs that you can have out there, and he like looked at me and he just grabbed me, and a bunch of people were going into the Budweiser trailer, and he pulled me into there, and people started to help me.
One of the first video clips I saw was of her being treated by strangers behind the bar, and they were rushing to her aid because they knew that she was shot in the chest. And
But you didn't realize it.
But you
I
didn't
didn't
realize
realize until they realized. No one realized it. I thought it was just my arm, and then I'm laying there, and in the video you hear them being like, she's shot in the chest, she's shot in the chest, and telling them I need an ambulance. And I realized once everyone else did too. I didn't feel it.
You were just kind of processing all this, the reality of what was happening. And, you know, just, I want you to talk a little bit about, you know, your thoughts with regard to all those people who came around you and helped you during that very, I mean, desperate situation.
I'm just thankful that they did help me, because I probably wouldn't be here. And like a random girl just rode with me all the way to the hospital. I was like crying. I was like, please don't leave me. And she's like, I won't. And she stayed at the hospital with my phone, waited for my dad to get there, and gave him my phone and let him know that I was okay. And
now, have you had a chance to reconnect with any of these people?
No, I wish I could. I don't know who any of them are.
Well, we definitely want you to look into that My Heroes LV site, so we can hopefully reconnect you guys, so you can see each other again.
What was going through your mind when you finally found out that you were shot? What were you thinking about?
I personally thought that I was gonna die. I called my dad. That was the first thing I did. He was on the phone with me the whole entire time. You hear in the video I'm saying like, Dad, Dad. And I literally was just on the phone with him. I was like, I love you, I'm gonna die. That's what I was saying to him.
Oh my goodness. And at that time, those strangers were helping you. Did you know where your boyfriend was at that time?
No idea. We got separated like as soon as it happened.
Was he hit as well?
Yeah, he was shot in the stomach.
And how's he doing?
He's still in the hospital, but he's breathing on his own, and he's getting better, but still struggling.
It's a long road to recovery. Well, let's talk a little bit about how you're doing and how you're feeling right now with regard to your physical injuries.
I mean, I'm in pain, but I'll be okay.
Yeah.
What about not just physical, but emotional? How are you, in terms of processing what happened?
I don't even think I've begun to process what's happened.
You're still kind of in shock, right?
Yeah, and I'm still like at the hospital every day with him, and it's still just...
Well, we definitely, our thoughts and prayers are definitely with you and your boyfriend, and we just thank you for being courageous enough to share your story, because I feel like for those of us who hear these stories and then we see you here with us, it's just inspirational that you're still here and strong enough to tell and share what happened to you.
Let me ask you this. Is this going to change at all how you attend festivals in the future? I don't know what's going to happen with this festival next year, but if they have it, or if you want to go to Life is Beautiful or any of these other places, is that going to change your mind?
I think for a while it will, until I probably have like counseling and I'm okay with it, but it definitely will because you hear about this happening all the time and you never think it's actually going to happen to you.
Right.
And that's an honest reaction. You know, sometimes you just need time. You need time to heal and really process, you know, what's happened to you. But we're so grateful.
We're so glad
that
you're okay. Thank you for coming in and sharing your story, and good luck with the recovery, and keep us updated with how you're doing.
Please do. And your boyfriend, too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We'll be right back with more of Wake Up with CW after this.
gunfire everywhere. Oh my god. Gunfire everywhere at Route 91.
Should we try and close this?
We can't, because you gotta take the hydraulics, the things off. Oh my god. There's fucking gunfire! Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking major gunfire in the Jason Aldean concert.
Hey, is anybody in
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
That is open, yeah.
Where are you shot? You're checking it. Where are you shot? Your chest. We need an ambulance. Let me see.
Oh my god.
Hurry it up. Open it up.
But we shouldn't move her, though.
Open that. No, just leave it. So you are shot? Wait, open that. We can go in there.
That's a
Not
cooler.
super, like, there's a lot of cakes. Not a lot of
Open
cakes.
it. Fucking door.
Go for it.
You guys, please. You
Oh.
have to stay here. Wait, where are you? Hey! Yeah. I don't know, Granny. Andy, are you still there? What's in here?
It's a cooler.
Hold right here. Hold right
Can you
here.
get in here?
Don't move.
You fucking kidding me?
No, your knee is blocking it.
Where's she shot? I don't even know what to do.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
Call my brother. Shutting all the lights.
Oh my god.
Let's get the fuck out. Hold on. I need to call my brother. Let him know. I know. Hold on. Yo, stay right here. You guys stay now. Everybody stay in the trailer. Stay in the trailer.
Oh my god. The gunfire won't stop. Oh my god.
Guys, what do you do? Did we go?
Oh my God. Oh my God, shut the door! Shut the door!
Come on! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up!
No, they're not cops. It's just somebody. We need to go though. We need to run. My arm.
Oh my God.
We can't get out of here.
Yo, you need some help. This young guy.
Oh my God.
I know. She's bleeding. I need some more of those towels.
No.
I need some more of those towels. I've been trying to push you. I know. Brittany, come to the car. Where are your friends?
I got shot!
It's okay. Honey, I'm right here with you, okay? Hi. Hey, look. My name is Jennifer. My name is Jennifer. My name is Jennifer, okay? I need you to stay calm. Tell him you're okay. Tell him you're okay. Tell him you're okay. Those are fucking machine guns.
Yeah.
Like,
These are those are machine guns.
machine guns.
Oh my God.
Because they keep shooting. Where are they? Come on, we need to run. We need to move from here. There's people there running.
Okay, so it looks like there's cops.
Okay. I need you to get up. I can't get up.
Oh my God.
We need to go over the bar. We need to no. We need to go over the bar. We need to go over the bar. Go over the bar.
Okay, come on.
Why do we have to go over the bar?
Here, hold on to me. Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on.
At Sunrise Hospital, more than 200 patients flooded the emergency room.
There was blood everywhere. People screaming, various gunshot wounds to the head, neck, chest, abdomen, pelvis. They were coming in pickup trucks and cars. You know, civilians in the city were bringing people in. They were here before the ambulances got here.
Trauma surgeon Dr. Alan McIntyre says the entire hospital staff pitched in to help.
Everybody was here. The housekeepers were transporting people. We had everybody in the hospital. It was amazing.
All hands on deck.
All hands on deck.
Among the hundreds brought to Sunrise, Arty Andrade. He was standing in the crowd when the shooting began.
I kind of just felt like a pop on my stomach. And I looked down, and there was a bunch of blood. I had no idea where my friends were. I was lost.
Arty's parents, who struggled to get information about him in the hours following the shooting, taking his words to heart.
That's the first time I heard it from him. It's hard to know that your child is going through that.
Arthur Andrade Sr. can finally breathe a sigh of relief. Doctors have told him that his son, Arthur Andrade Jr., or Arty, is going to make a full recovery. Arty was one of the over 500 wounded when a gunman, Stephen Paddock, opened fire into a crowd of concertgoers from his Mandalay Bay room Sunday night before taking his own life. Arty was struck by one of those thousands of rounds Paddock fired off.
Went through his stomach, through the large intestines, and out his side. He was truly blessed.
Andrade said his son was able to share what happened that terrible night.
As I understand it, he moved on his own, and he told his buddy that, hey, we got to get out of here. And he fell to the ground, and his buddy tried to carry him as far as he could. And then Arthur said they both fell again, and he just said, you know what, the hell with this. He told me he just got up, and he ran and just somehow made it to the ambulance. God.
Andrade, while relieved of his son's safety, is thankful for the countless people who helped each other during and after the incident.
It really is amazing, man. You know, if it sounds wrong that I have a great feeling and a sad feeling, you know, it really is beautiful, man. It's nice to see that everybody is just selflessly giving and helping in any way they can.
Andrade acknowledges the outreach from the Philippine consulate in Los Angeles, the GoFundMe page that has been set up, and for the countless messages of hope and prayer on social media from friends, family, and others.
People keep asking, hey, what do you need? I keep telling them, hey, man, I'm good. We got what we need. My son is going to be healthy.
Romel Conclair, ABS-CBN News, Las Vegas.
A plastic surgery practice in Las Vegas is helping the Las Vegas shooting victims cope with their scars. Cosmetic surgeons at Plastic Surgery Vegas, the place is called, is offering free services to survivors like 19-year-old Alexandra Pettis, who was shot twice. Surgeons say they will use a skin graft to cover the wound on her arm.
We thought we could maybe help with the smaller things that, you know, go on forever. You know, they go on for weeks and months sometimes.
Would be there forever. It's kind of like a reminder. So I think it'll help having it look somewhat normal.
Those doctors are encouraging other victims who want cosmetic surgery to make it.
Film shooting victim Arthur Arty Andrade Jr. is now out of the hospital and is recuperating at home.
I'm happy to be alive and here and breathing. It went through my stomach and a piece of my colon.
Are you eating well now?
Oh yeah, doing great now.
Vegas strong.
Oh yeah, definitely Vegas strong.
Everybody was wonderful, including especially, you know, most of once they realized Arthur was Filipino too, they all made the connection too, and they gave him a little extra, seemed like a little extra love.